Welcome to Paris, the City of Lights, during the vibrant preparations for the 2024 Olympics. This is not a green screen. The city is alive and bustling with excitement. The energy here is electric as the city gears up for the grand event. While the Eiffel Tower is iconic, Paris offers so much more beyond this famous landmark. The city is rich in history, culture, and some of the most exquisite cuisine. Over the next week, the focus will be on exploring the heart and soul of Paris, away from the usual tourist spots. Discover hidden cafes, secret alleyways, and perhaps a few late-night adventures. The journey through Paris promises excitement and discovery. Let's begin. Alright guys, first up, we gotta pay our respects to the Iron Lady herself, the Eiffel Tower. Now, I know, cliché tourist trap, right? But hear me out. There's a reason this thing is so iconic. Standing at over 1,000 feet tall, this thing was a feat of engineering back in 1889? Can you imagine the looks on people's faces when they saw this massive iron structure rising up from the Champ de Mars? Talk about a statement piece. And the views, don't even get me started. From up here, you can see all of Paris sprawled out before you like a giant, breathtaking map. The Seine River winding its way through the city, the Louvre Museum shimmering in the distance, even the Arc de Triomphe looking like a tiny toy from up here. It's enough to make you want to whip out your phone and take a million pictures. But honestly, no picture can ever really do this view justice. You gotta be here, feel the energy, and take it all in for yourself. So, we're walking down from the Eiffel Tower, and let me tell you, the history of this place is incredible. Did you know it was almost torn down in 1909? Can you imagine Paris without the Eiffel Tower? Crazy, right? But it was saved because it started being used for radio transmission. Talk about a plot twist. That's Paris for you, a city where even the seemingly impossible can happen. And speaking of impossible, let's talk about the crowds. It's peak season here in Paris, and everyone and their mother is trying to get a selfie with the Eiffel Tower. We're talking lines that stretch for blocks, people pushing and shoving, and don't even get me started on the selfie sticks. But hey, it's all part of the experience, right? And let's be real, even with the crowds, the Eiffel Tower is still pretty darn impressive. It's a testament to human ingenuity, creativity, and maybe a little bit of French stubbornness too. Next up, we're heading to the Louvre. You guys ready for some art? Let's go. We are at the Louvre Museum, you guys. This place is insane. It's literally a palace of art. We're talking 35,000 works of art spanning over 700 years. It'd take you like a year to see everything. First up, you gotta see the Mona Lisa. She's like the Beyoncé of the art world. Everyone wants a piece of her. But let me tell you, getting close to this painting is like trying to get front row at a Beyoncé concert. It's a sea of selfie sticks and elbows. Everyone's pushing and shoving just to get a glimpse of that famous smile. I swear, you can practically feel the collective heat from all the camera flashes. We're gonna brave the crowds and see what all the fuss is about. Okay, we made it out of the Mona Lisa mosh pit alive. And honestly, even with the crowds, she's pretty captivating. That gaze, that smile, Da Vinci knew what he was doing, man. But the Louvre is so much more than just the Mona Lisa. We're talking Michelangelo's Dying Slave, the Venus de Milo, the Winged Victory of Samothrace. This place is an art history textbook come to life. Walking these halls, you can't help but feel the weight of history. Like, imagine all the artists, kings, and revolutionaries who have walked these same floors. You can practically feel their presence in the air. The Louvre isn't just a museum. It's a time capsule, a portal to the past. It makes you think about the power of art, its ability to transcend time and connect with us on a deeper level. All right, guys, we're just scratching the surface here at the Louvre. There's so much more to see. Stick with us, you can get lost in the world of masterpieces. Alright guys, how about a hop on a bateau mouche cruising the Seine? This is like the quintessential Parisian experience. You see the Eiffel Tower sparkling, these gorgeous bridges, those old school booksellers along the banks. It's straight out of a movie set. Paris just oozes cinematic charm. Every corner's a potential backdrop for a love story. So, as our little boat chugs along, I'm gonna try and soak it all in. Keep those cameras rolling, people, because you never know what kind of magic we'll catch along the way. Paris is full of surprises, and we're here for all of them. Alright, history buffs, get ready. Because this river is basically a timeline of Paris. We're talking Roman settlements, medieval times, revolutions, you name it. We just passed Notre Dame, which, by the way, is still undergoing those massive restorations after the fire. It's a long process, but seeing it slowly come back to life is pretty incredible. And speaking of incredible, check out this bridge. Each one of these things has a story, some dating back centuries, like imagine the kings and queens, the artists and revolutionaries, all crossing these same waterways. It kind of blows your mind, you know? We're passing by the Louvre now, which is basically a giant palace dedicated to art. We're talking Mona Lisa, Venus de Milo, the works. Seriously, you could spend a week in there and still not see everything. It's overwhelming in the best way possible. And there's the conciergerie, a former royal palace turned prison during the French Revolution. Marie Antoinette was imprisoned here before her execution. Heavy stuff, man. This city has seen it all. Alright guys, we've traded the Seine for the cobblestone streets of Le Marais. This neighborhood is like a time capsule, with medieval architecture, hidden courtyards, and these amazing vintage shops. We're talking Chanel jackets from the 80s, vintage bantees, you name it. It's a treasure trove for anyone who loves unique finds. And the food scene here? Don't even get me started. We're talking falafel, macarons, traditional French bistros. I could spend all day just eating my way through this neighborhood, which, let's be honest, I probably will. But Le Marais isn't stuck in the past. It's also a hub for LGBTQ+ culture, with rainbow flags waving proudly and a super welcoming vibe. And the street art here is insane. Every corner you turn, there's a new mural or a piece of graffiti art that just blows your mind. So yeah, Le Marais is like a perfect mix of old and new, traditional and trendy. It's a place where history meets modern life in the coolest way possible. And I'm ready to get lost in its charming little streets. Okay guys, we just had the best falafel of my life. Seriously, this place is a Le Marais institution. The line was out the door, but trust me, it was worth the wait. Crunchy, flavorful, perfectly spiced. It's the kind of food that makes you want to dance in the streets. Speaking of dancing, the nightlife in Le Marais is supposed to be legendary. We're talking underground clubs, trendy bars, live music venues. I might have to check it out later, you know, for research purposes. But for now, we're going to explore some of the boutiques in this area. Le Marais is known for its independent designers, vintage finds, and just overall cool style. I need to find some new clothes for this trip, because my suitcase is already overflowing with baguettes and cheese. And before we leave, we gotta check out Place des Vosges, one of the oldest planned squares in Paris. It's surrounded by these beautiful red brick buildings and has a peaceful garden in the middle. It's the perfect place to just chill out, people watch, and soak up the Parisian atmosphere. Alright guys, this is it. Notre Dame. Even under construction, this place is just powerful. You can feel the history, the weight of centuries. The fire in 2019, man, it shook the world. Seeing those images, it felt like a part of history was literally going up in smoke. But here's the thing about Paris, about Notre Dame. They rebuild. They persevere. The outpouring of support after the fire was incredible, with donations pouring in from around the globe. It shows you the power of this place, how much it means to people. Right now it's a construction site, a symphony of hard hats and scaffolding. But beneath that, you can still feel the soul of Notre Dame. The stained glass, the gargoyles, the sheer scale of the architecture. It's awe-inspiring. They're aiming to reopen in 2024, just in time for the Olympics. And man, I can't wait to see it. There's this energy here, a sense of hope and resilience. It's a reminder that even after tragedy, even after heartbreak, we rebuild. We come together stronger than before. And that, my friends, is a story worth telling. Walking around Notre Dame, even with the construction, you can't help but feel a connection to the past. Think about it. This place has stood for over 850 years. It's witnessed revolutions, coronations, world wars. Imagine the stories these walls could tell. I'm reading up on the history of Notre Dame, and it's wild. Construction started in the 12th century, and it took almost 200 years to complete. Can you imagine the dedication, the craftsmanship that went into this place? It's mind-blowing. And the gargoyles, man. They're not just decorative. They actually served as water spouts to protect the cathedral's foundation. Plus, they're kinda creepy and cool, right? Like, what stories do they have to tell? I know it's going to be a while before Notre Dame is fully restored, but even in this state, it's a testament to the human spirit. It's a reminder that beauty can emerge from ashes, that hope can rise from despair. And that, my friends, is a message we could all use a little more of. Yo, what's up everybody? It's Kik, back with another Paris Olympics vlog. We've been hitting all the iconic spots, but today we're diving into a different side of Paris. A place where you can actually hear yourself think amidst the Olympic craziness. We're talking about the Luxembourg Gardens, a green oasis right in the heart of the city. You know, Paris can be a whirlwind of activity. Between the games, the crowds, the energy, it's exhilarating, but man, sometimes you just need a breather. That's where this place comes in. As soon as you step through the gates, it's like entering another world. A world of calm and beauty, a stark contrast to the bustling city around it. The gardens themselves are meticulously manicured, with vibrant flower beds, perfectly pruned trees, and these sprawling green lawns that just make you want to kick back and soak it all in. There's something so peaceful about seeing people sprawled out on blankets, reading, picnicking, just enjoying the serenity of it all. And speaking of soaking it in, we're about to do just that. We're gonna grab some lunch, find a nice spot by the fountain, and just relax and people watch for a bit. Trust me, in a city as intense as Paris, moments like these are pure gold. Alright, so we've got our baguette sandwiches. We've staked out the perfect spot by the Medici fountain, and we're just chilling, soaking up the sun and the vibes. The Luxembourg Gardens date back to the 17th century, commissioned by Marie de Medici, the Queen of France. She wanted to recreate the Boboli Gardens from Florence, and she nailed it. This place is like a little slice of Italy in Paris. As you wander through the gardens, you'll stumble upon statues of French queens, intricate fountains, and even a scaled-down replica of the Statue of Liberty. It's like a history book come to life. The true magic of the Luxembourg Gardens lies in its ability to transport you to a place of peace and beauty, where time seems to slow down and the worries of the world fade away. It's a reminder that even in the midst of chaos and excitement, there's always a place to find tranquility. Alright guys, we're in Montmartre, the heart of Paris's artistic soul. This place is electric. Imagine a hilltop neighborhood, cobblestone streets, and artists everywhere you look. It's like stepping back in time to the days of Picasso and Van Gogh. You feel this creative energy as you walk these streets. It's in the air, in the walls, in the very ground you walk on. Everywhere you look, artists are painting, sketching, sculpting, you name it. And the best part? You can buy their work right there on the spot. I'm talking original, one-of-a-kind pieces of art, not the mass-produced tourist stuff. No way, this is the real deal, people. And even if you're not in the market for art, just strolling through these streets is an experience in itself. The energy is contagious. The vibe is electric. Trust me, you'll feel it too. You can't help but be inspired by the passion and creativity that surrounds you. It's what Montmartre is all about. Now, let's talk about the crown jewel of Montmartre, the Sacré-Cœur Basilica. This majestic white-domed basilica sits atop the highest point in Paris, offering breathtaking panoramic views of the city. You guys, the view from up here is just ridiculous. It's like the entire city of lights is spread out before you. You can see everything: the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, the Seine River. It's insane, but the basilica itself is equally impressive. The architecture is stunning, inside and out. The sheer scale of it is mind-blowing. The intricate details, the stained glass windows, the serene atmosphere, it's truly awe-inspiring. And the history behind it is fascinating. Built in the late 19th century, the Sacré-Cœur stands as a symbol of hope and resilience for the people of Paris. It's a reminder of the city's enduring spirit, and it's a must-see for any visitor to Paris. All right, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart: food. And not just any food, Parisian cuisine. Get ready for a culinary adventure, because Paris is a food lover's paradise. From Michelin-starred restaurants to charming cafes and bustling street food stalls, this city has it all. We're diving headfirst into the world of buttery croissants, crusty baguettes, and melt-in-your-mouth pastries. But hold on, it doesn't stop there. We're talking escargots, steak frites, onion soup, and of course the mother of all pastries, the macaron. Listen, I know some of you are thinking, escargots? Really, Casey? But trust me on this one. When in Paris, you gotta step outside your culinary comfort zone. Embrace the unexpected, open your mind and your stomach to new flavors, and let Paris tantalize your taste buds. One of the things I love most about Parisian food is the emphasis on fresh, high-quality ingredients. We're talking farm-to-table goodness, people. Locally sourced produce, artisan cheeses, freshly baked bread. It's a sensory overload in the best way possible. And let's not forget about the wine. France is renowned for its wines, and Paris is the perfect place to sample some of the best. From crisp Sauvignon Blancs to full-bodied Bordeaux, there's a wine for every palate. But beyond the food itself, it's the entire dining experience that makes Paris so special. The charming cafes, the sidewalk tables, the lively atmosphere, it's all part of the magic. Soak it all in, guys. Savor every bite, every sip, every moment. This is Parisian dining at its finest. And that's a wrap from Paris. This city captivates with its energy, beauty, and culinary delights. It's unlike anywhere else in the world. Iconic landmarks have been explored, hidden streets wandered through, and delicious food indulged in. Most importantly, the magic of Paris has been experienced. Thanks for joining on this incredible journey through Paris. Remember, there's always more to explore, so keep adventuring and stay tuned for the next video.